Hey, this is Jesse from DIY Music. Life's been nuts lately. Sorry for the lack of content. But I did want to talk to you about the Jamstik Classic Studio MIDI guitar. Because, well, I bought one, financed it, because I don't have the money. Because I retail therapy, but when I got it, the A string was completely dead, would not produce MIDI notes no matter what I did. Dandruff, fun. This is gonna be a little more raw than usual today, apparently. So yeah, the A string wouldn't make any notes, and connecting it to my iPhone 14 Pro Max, aka the fastest phone on the market currently, the Bluetooth latency was really bad. Like, I'm not really sure, 100, 200 milliseconds, not entirely certain, but I mean, it was bad, and I was like, what the crap? Because usually when you connect Bluetooth MIDI devices to iOS, phones or iPads, whatever, they always work great. So I'm like, why is the latency so bad? I mean, I could play the note and then bong, it would happen afterward as if it was like a delay effect, which it was not. But anyways, yeah, so the A string was completely dead. So I guess there's a short in that one of the 6 elements in the hexaphonic pickup, the piezo array. So I was like, okay, well, obviously this is going back, and well, I probably shouldn't have bought it anyway, so whatever, I'm clearly just going to return it. But I was like, but I need to figure out this latency thing, because otherwise, like, what the heck? I mean, like, I've had 2 James Tyler Variaxes and a Variax Standard that have that technology in them, that came out in like 2013, so 2012, 2013, so it's like 10 years old, that technology, and the latency on that was never that bad. So I was like, what is happening here? So I plugged it in via USB to my high-end production gaming desktop Windows PC, and the latency was just as bad. And when I went to measure it, it was 200 milliseconds. And I was like, I was like, okay, but Windows machines, usually they suck in terms of audio drivers and stuff, and I wasn't running it through an audio interface. So I was like, okay, all right, before I send this thing back, let's give it one more chance to not be just garbage. And so I hooked it up to my 2012 MacBook Pro, which is running the most current operating system via OpenCore Legacy Patcher. So plugged it into my MacBook Pro, and plugged in one of my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 interfaces. I think it was the 2nd gen, because that was the one I could find the cables for. But so yeah, so did that, and lo and behold, the latency wasn't enough to bother me anymore. When I was interacting with tech support, they claimed that it was 5 to 10 seconds base latency for the processing of the note from the string. And they said that the latency on Bluetooth should only be 20 to 30 seconds. So I don't know what was going on there. They said that it could have something to do with other Bluetooth devices creating interference, and I'm always wearing my Apple Watch, and so and there's Bluetooth on my desktop, and so yeah, there probably were a lot of Bluetooth radios around, so I guess that's possible. But so once I got it connected to the MacBook Pro and the Focusrite Scarlett, the latency was no longer bad enough that it bothered me or ruined the experience, which it legit, at 200 milliseconds, it friggin' ruins the experience. It's like I said, like playing with a delay. It's not really usable. But connected to the Mac and the Focusrite, it was like, okay. So I fiddled around with it a little bit, and it was like, dip, 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 A, nothing. Dip, 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 A, nothing. It's like, okay. Oh. So this is going back, and yeah, while I would love to just get a replacement, wasn't gonna happen. Just with my finances, needed to make smart decisions and pay off debt. So what I will say though is that the guitar itself, roasted maple neck, satin finish, locking tuners, Strat style body and layout, with a chrome covered humbucker in the bridge position. I actually never tried it as a guitar. Didn't get around to that. I was just trying to, get the MIDI part working, since that was what was novel about it. But it'd play it unplugged the most. And oh man, the thing felt great. It actually had a 2-point adjustable height brass nut, which is, I've never seen that before. There's 2 set screws that you could adjust the height of the nut, which I literally never seen one of those before. But it was cool. The guitar played great, very, very comfortable and smooth like butter. Locking tuners. It's a hardtail, so there's no tuning issues there. I mean, the guitar part was just worked. It was like transparent. It was perfect. So, and they said that the hexaphonic MIDI pickup just has like a wiring harness that you can plug and unplug it into the main board or whatever on the inside. So, and that they stand behind their products, and it's under warranty, and they would just send me a new pickup and it would be super easy to change out. So yeah, so I could have done that, but I didn't, obviously, because I shouldn't have bought it in the first place, but that's not their fault. So yeah, all in all, I did buy a B stock. They were having like a 20% off sale, and I bought a B stock one, and in Sunburst, of course. And I don't know how much that plays into the MIDI pickup having the dead A string, but that's what I did. But it seemed, like I said, that the support was very on top of things and fast and friendly, and I basically was telling them their product was garbage, and they were very nice about it. So I guess I would recommend their support. And obviously, when you buy anything, how much the company stands behind that and supports the product is a very important thing. So unfortunately, this fellow is going back.